Okay, that was a bit strange. I just had the connections drop for no apparent reason, but we are back. Hopefully it stays stable. But we'll go from here. So we just start exactly where we were. That was very strange, but you know, that's just... I think it was just a brief drop connection. I hope it stays stable, but we've got to start that quest opening again anyway. My game actually dropped out, the stream dropped out, and the game entirely just lost connection, which is a bit annoying. But you know, we're back. Anyway, let's skip through to where we were roughly in the dialogue. This guy, and he was talking about pirate ship. I believe we were up to the bit where he was saying about the Melpa. There we go. So found the ferry docks and lower decks. I had a bit of a spiel about Mikote names actually when the connection went down, but it wasn't picked up by the stream. The short version is the first letter before the apostrophe is the clan name, and the latter part is their full name. So if you know them well, you just call them that. If you call them by their full name, apparently the apostrophe is not just like a grammatical thing. It's supposed to be pronounced in that there's a specific like hiss sound or something that Mikote only able to produce, and other tongues can't produce it. There's a lot of... I really like the lot of thought and detail they've put into name construction and the linguistics behind a lot of these, a lot of the names and stuff in this game. It's quite... Like you saw that with the Lalafell, where they have specific cadence patterns for syllables, make up different names for different clans of different genders of Lalafell. You have kind of similar things in all the rest of the races, which is really nice. You know, it's a really nice little thing to have. Why is everything suddenly frozen up there? Right, sorry, I'm having some real difficulties with YouTube just being a bit funny there. There we go. I hope it's working, because if it's not, I'm a little bit annoyed. But yeah, no, it's really cute the way they have a lot of like specific... Oh, no, it is definitely working. They've put a lot of thought into like naming schemes, stuff like that. Now, good luck to you. Oh, we're so close to the end of that cutscene as well. It cropped at a really bad time. Right. Let's hope it doesn't do that mid-dungeon, because that would be catastrophic. So we need to go speak with Melpa, and because we now have the Aetherite access, which the only place we haven't done it yet is Gridania, so next time we're in Gridania we'll do a nice little tour, and well, we'll be there for the Valentiones event at least, immediately after this dungeon, so we'll go around and we'll do the Aetherites then, and you'll be able to see a bit of the city. Over there is your Rogues Guild. To start down the path of the ninja. There we go. One of the yellow jackets. Commodore Rainer's investigation. But a very fair port once you arrive in Western Nusha. Hold non-obvious before you go into Stastasha. It's quite good that this directly directs you to the Hall of Novice. We've already done it, but it means you actually have armor that you will survive the dungeon. Right, here we go. Are we... Airport? Yeah, we're going to Airport. Hooray, another thing. It's probably worth us, when we're also in Gridania, going to the achievement thing, because so for the achievements you will get points, and you can exchange those points for... Mostly it's like glamour items and stuff like that, but and mounts, and you know, there's not a huge amount. They actually haven't updated the achievement purchase thing in years, And at a certain point, you have literally everything. Very like well, certain very fairly rapid point, you have everything. But it is some nice little things when you just get started. It's basically free. So, right, so we're gonna go. Oh, we're forced to go and speak to the Hall of the Novice guy. That's fine. There's Sastasha, so you can see the dungeons actually on the map. There's the Sahagin morning area. This walls here are where the fighting's going on. You can actually go and have a look. It's quite nice. This is the actual hall itself. There's stuff about... That's quite... I didn't even... I'll be honest, I haven't really looked around here. This is quite cute. Like, they have actual... I don't often come in here, to be honest. Master of Arms, Master of Shields. They give us information, and like, this is where you come if you're completely new to the game, like... You must be the adventurer who the Yellow Jacket sent word to hear you are to brave the depths of Sastasha. Occupants are rumoured to be numerous as they are bloodthirsty no matter what the epic tales would have you believe, strolling into the den of savagery by to foolish destination. So this is telling you to go and do the smith stuff, which we've already done. Once you've mastered, you'll decide to head on over. Report to the Yellow Jack. Right, okay, let's go. I'm not spending any more time here, I've already done all that. It's not the most exciting content, I'll be honest, but... Let's go... Right. You usually find a few people hanging around these dungeons, like me, you know, low level. I'd go ahead and put a smith right here, just in case you just completely ignored it. But this is where you can start, like... So, you see all these characters with names are all interactable, and you can get little things. So, Isildur, these two actually come up quite a lot later, and you can read little. There are little stories. So for A Realm Reborn, especially, there are little stories around the adventurers that you meet outside the dungeons. Valentiones with her grandfather. Only adventurer can understand the joy of freedom hidden inside a place to experience sights and sounds that few may ever know. So they have their own story arcs, like these little groups of adventurers. Slater's adventure for appetite. Ventured wide realm from all seasons I dare to count. Yours who still managed to surprise me with her beauty and splendour. The riches and fame, it's a thirst for the unknown. Explore for 1,000 years, I would never grow weary. And these guys are really interesting. So, these, how can I best put it? This group here, they come up a couple of times, and basically they are this group is emblematic of like how an adventuring party can go wrong and how you shouldn't do it. They also tie into some substantial storyline thing later. I think in 2 locations actually, one of which is the first deep dungeon. And I think there's another point in the story where it becomes relevant. I'm trying to remember. Came as fast as I could, try haggling, but 2 potions was the best I could get. I had no idea how expensive they were. And he's just straight up bullying her. What took you so long? You might have considered some of you using your own coin. You're only as useful as the contents of your pockets. This is the tank bullying the healer, basically. Take on big jobs and claim the rewards. How meant to do that we can't get supplies in order. The one banner I was talking to. See who gets the glory. Job should have been ours. So this guy is an arrogant asshole, basically, and Edda is just, she's not great, but, like, the abuse she gets is just awful. Perfect for an Ogre sing as a party. Wander around the caves to tear a few locks. How difficult could it be? So Pyre is full of heady ideals of just, and Lavin is just a cow, basically. She drinking? Yeah, this isn't a toxic group. Don't do that in dungeons. What's this good? Look at this booty, see how it glows. You must feel the power. Choose a response. Let's ask him what it is. An ethereal short sword. So this is kind of cute. So very early in the game, so during Realm Reborn, you will find like ethereal items, which are like slightly fancier versions of the normal that come with a pink background, and they eliminated them basically immediately after Realm Reborn. They decided it was too many systems, I think, or too many classes of weaponry. So now you have, effectively, you have the well, and I'll show you my inventory in a minute. Your ordinary run-of-the-mill mass-forged store is a genuine ethereal. Can you see it glow? Well, trust me, it's there. A little more powerful than you'll expect. I'll leave you alone with your sword. Okay. You don't have the look of a pirate, but no one can be too careful, so she won't let you enter. I've got to do this first before I can enter. Basically, so if you look at my inventory, these are all grey, which means they're just normal things. You can get green ones, which are better, like the I think a dungeon drop's usually green, but certainly crafted stuff is usually green. And you can get high quality crafted ones. And then blues are like special drops from usually from, well, it depends on the duty really. Maybe dungeon ones are blue. The actual difference is effectively non-existent for most purposes. The primary difference for the purposes of the late game are that stuff like crafted ones can be pentamelded, so that means you can put 4 melds on them. You can use overmelding to put more material than it has slots for. Blue ones, which are more powerful, you can't. You can only put very up to the slots available. Anyway, that's the whole thing to worry about later. It's just an interesting little thing. And see the little Pokeball there? That person's disconnected. Please tell me here on Yellow Jack Juicy, not some deaths out for a stroll. I can't take any more. Been look out for pirate activity since that vessel was sighted. Crew of cutthroats have been nearby, so received word of men questionable quality. We weren't entirely surprised to get seen for myself with this lot. This lot belongs to those fishback annoying, fancying serpent reavers. Whoa, can't pronounce today. Imagine the panic it'll cause. Kidnappers are still fresh in people's minds. Here to quick around the cave and find out who we're dealing with. While you do that, pray you don't spot any of the blue-faced tattoos. Right, this has finally unlocked the duty finder, although it's not really much in it at the moment. It's literally just one dungeon. So, duty calls a dungeon beckons. So you allied players or NPCs. So you can do it with. This is new. This wasn't there last time, but basically, it's summarizing the fact that you can either duty finds, which gives you queued with players, or you can use duty support, which gives you NPCs, which will fill your slots. We're probably going to play with actual players, I think. It's kind of more... I find it more fun. The only and it doesn't really matter too much for a Realm Reborn, so you can do NPCs and then you just have the slots filled. For a Realm Reborn, it's just like general... They do progress. It's kind of a nice little... You see a little progression in them. But for later expansions, you actually get like relevant NPCs for the dungeon, so like named characters and stuff, and they have little interactions which can be nice. Might do some of those, but probably not where it makes sense, but probably not all, because it takes a lot longer with NPCs. They're not as smart as players. But yeah, so we see where we go. This is... Get rid of join party in progress. So this is the duty finder. This is where you select duties. We have literally one duty now, because we only have one dungeon, but later on we'll have all these unlocked. So you've got the roulettes here, which allows you to select randomly put you into a thing per day and gives you bonuses. These two are for dungeons. It's usually old dungeon in this tab, current ones are in this one, so current expansion, Dawn Trail. That's for guild hests, which we've mentioned before, which no one does. These are for trials, so boss fights. So again, old ones in this one, current ones in this. These are for raids. So again, old raids in this, current raids, Dawn Trail raids in this. This is your PvP tab here. And then this is your Golden Saucer tab for stuff like Chocobo Racing, Lords of Vermilion matchmaking, Mahjong matchmaking. And then you have these two tabs, so I don't have the other tab yet, but regular duty is the normal stuff everyone's expected to do or can do. High-end duty are the current, only the current, highest end duty stuff. So you're talking the M9 Savage to M12 Savage raids, which are the current raids. You're talking the most recent stream. You're talking ultimates, all go in there. Nobody ever queues them through this, though. What you do is you have a thing called Party Finder, which I don't actually have unlocked yet, and you just make a party in there to join. So let's do it with players, and let's get straight in with Sastasha. And I am gonna scare the shit out of my first party, because I know what I'm doing and they don't know I know what I'm doing. And yeah, this is gonna be fun. I'll have a look at who the healer is. If the healer's decent, then I'll try and push the pulls a little bit. I have got good enough gear for this. Like, I've got the brand new gear is equivalent to level 20 gear rather than level 15. This is a level 15 dungeon sync to 18, I think, so the gear should be more than enough. Maybe. We'll see. And then my shield and sword are actually above 20 or above anyway. So this gear should easily be enough to do proper pulls in this. However, we shall see what happens. Yeah. The queue's a bit... I might actually, if this takes more than a few minutes, I might actually just nip across to, like, Gridania or Limsa and give someone a shout to add me to oh, there we go. Add me to Novice Network and beg someone to queue with me. Right, okay, here we go. Sastasha. I am tanking, and this is our first dungeon. Ooh, pirates and dogs and other stuff. Pretty. Oh, okay, so it's a newbie. Let's pull. I really hope he knows what he's doing. Because I'm pulling 3 packs! Let's pull 3. I reckon 3 is probably fine here. Yeah, he's keeping up fine. I mean, to be fair, they're on Scholar, which means actually the Fairy does most of it. Oh, they are a level 50 Scholar. They definitely should know what they're doing. First pull felt well, so let's just pull lots and hope for the best. I should have waited for my sprint to come back up. No, we can... I don't really want to... I'll stop here because this will give us a nice little spot to regroup. The DPS accidentally pulled some extras. I don't really have much in the way of mid at this point, so I don't want to pull too hard. Oh no, come over here. Nobody knows what the order is because I guess nobody pressed the button. Let's find out. There we go. Nice and easy. I don't even have the third button of my combo at this level. And back out. And in. Nice and easy. This actually is quite a nice dungeon to start with. This area is a bit messy, but... thank you? Oh, thank you. I do actually need the gear, unfortunately. Right, we're just going to pull it straight into the boss arena because there's no point in not. Come on, bro. Right, let's throw out the... So this is a... Rampart is a damage reduction, so it will help a lot here. What I like to do in dungeons sometimes, especially lower level ones, is I like to use the... So you don't... Most dungeons, you want to use the... Especially high level, you want to use the limit break as a... I've got no idea if that's any good. You want to use the limit break as a way of killing a pack faster when it's full. In lower levels, so people often just don't bother. Like, people forget to use it, and they use it on the boss, which is just a bit suboptimal. So what I like to do very often is I like to throw out the limit break as a this dude here, come on, stay on this guy. I like to throw the limit break out as a tank on a big pull, but to be honest, I don't know if we will even get through this dungeon slow enough to do that. Let's just hit this guy. Oh, actually, up there. Oh. It's a bit annoying because you do have all these little side areas It doesn't really happen so much in modern maps. Most modern maps have like a linear little, basically just a linear, straightforward route to go. But in these early ones, you have like different routes you can go by. Well, not necessarily different routes. There's like side rooms and stuff that you don't need. It's a nice detail, but most people just blast through as fast as they possibly can. Which means you don't get the achievement for map area completion. You have to go back and redo it, so I just wanted to get that done. This is not actually how I want all this laid out. I want this up here. Arm's length over here. Sentinel. Sure. Oh, and he's running away again. Oh, I got my... I've just unlocked my third, although I don't get it this dungeon because it's synced. Gotta be a little bit careful here because this is quite a big pull. These do a lot of damage. Right, here we go. Nice and fast dungeon. I'm kind of interested by the fact that this guy is an archer, but he's got Picto Perfect, which means he's got Pictomancer. Must be starting a new job. So this is the final boss of the dungeon. There's usually a nice little one of the pirates with the blue thing, but the Sahagin aren't very impressed. There's usually a nice little intro for the boss. Right, and this is a really simple boss. In theory, there are mechanics here whereby these start bubbling and you want to stop them from bubbling because otherwise Sahagin will come out and blah blah blah. But this guy dies so fast that you'll never see more than like one or two, and so actually most people just tank and smack this guy. Stand here, hit him. If any ads come through, you pick them up on your tank and you just kill him. Yeah. There we go. There wasn't enough time for any of them to come through. Nice and easy. Hooray, that's our first dungeon. Great game, everyone. Oh, they all left. They all left, so I couldn't commend anyone, but I did get the gear. Oh, and I got the Paladin's arms! It's probably worse than what I've currently got, though, let's be real. Oh, that's the lack of repair is driving me crazy. I might actually have to go and unlock all the... Oh, that would be cringe. Right, let's see if any of this is better than what I currently have. No, they're not. That's exactly the same. So there's a nice little item comparison thing, but this is exactly the same item, just looks different and looks worse, in fact. These are probably the same. Yep. These are probably actually worse because I've got the fancy Azima's earrings. Yeah, they are. These... this is probably the same. Well, eye level 17. Well, this is eye level 20, so this is definitely going to be worse. Oh well. It's free stuff to sell. I can get gil for that, or I can turn it into my grand company when I join a grand company to get seals. So it's not the worst thing in the world. I'm not sure if I can unpackage these and turn them in or not, so I'll have to keep them like they are for now. So now I have to go back to Badgeron. There's a fate going on here. You see, I've got my 1, 2, 3 now. Which is very important. Right, so we want to go back to... What's that? Oh, that's my job quest. Yeah, I'm being stupid there. We're actually only 3 levels away from unlocking my job. Like Paladin as a proper thing, not just Gladiator. So you get your job stone at level 30. I don't know if it's tied to main story progression. Let's see. Might be tied to... Let me just check. Things are being a bit funny today. So you have to... Oh, you have to complete the level 20 main story quest. So actually, yeah, it is gated. I thought it was gated behind main story stuff, but you need to have done self-management. So it's after you get your ground... Basically, as soon as you get your ground company, the next quest, which is... So I described the part as the parts in the cities as like the prologue, and then then this part of the game. So in this chunk of the game, up to levels 15 to 20 quests are effectively the introduction as opposed to the prologue. The prologue sort of establishes your background. This part now will set you up for... It's got 3 dungeons, it's got the first trial, you join a grand company, unlock job quests, stuff like that. It sets you up for the actual story itself. But that does mean we're going to be on Gladiator for quite a bit longer. Yeah, alright, fine. Let's go turn this in, and actually let's take a bit of a brief time out to go and do the Valentine's event that I kept saying about. I forgot to use any food in that dungeon. I meant to use food in order to get more experience. But... You know. Actually, after I've turned this, I might take a very quick 2-minute break, grab another drink. Such a task was on the books. That ship has already sailed. And I turn up. Might you be the adventure accepting the job of investing? I love the fact I'm literally knee-high to these Rogatin. Yep, that was me. The ship has not only sailed but returns to harbour nonetheless its voyage. A pity we dragged our boots too long on this one. Dolorous better. Seems a nice chap. The wheel will turn, our chance will come. You are right, there shall be no rest to return our goal, lofty as it may be. Not a wink of sleep. No, get some sleep. Up here. Perform such feats of heroism that will earn us a place in the songs of Rhea House and the Nausea. Write a shining legend which will inspire adventurers this year. Some born to follow our shining example. Bit dramatic. You have such a goal, large or small, matters not. Only have a star to reach for, and you will reach higher. Or you will reach higher, rather. Purpose can sustain you, keep your eye on the prize, and all obstacles will be overcome in time. You will not think to stride into battle unclad, would you? Goals are as arms and armour for the spirit. This guy's great. I wish you fortune in your endeavours, milady. This guy is... Yeah. Talk about hyping you up. I like Baderon's comparison here. You got all your limbs attached still. Alright. Fair, fair. I was thinking you'd only have to crack a pirate skull or 3-7 hells, he'd turn you back 5 bloody minutes and the scaly bastard would set up shop. We're planning on feeding themselves to the forum of Sastasha, Jesus. All's well that ends well. On behalf of Olympus, thank you for shedding some light into mystery. You lived up to your reputation, asked for no more than that. But you're down for rest, but just in case you're not, I'm wondering if I haven't taken a job. At the request from our sister guild in Gridania, the forest folk are in need of adventure and can get things done. For them to ask for help, you can bet the task will be to skip through a sunny glade. But I doubt anything you can't handle. Give us a shout when you're ready, I'll lay out for you. Now, actually, does this next quest take me to Gridania anyway? Because if it does, I might as well pick it up now. And yeah, it does. So I may as well very quickly... yeah, so there we go. Party Finder is just unlocked. It's a bit meaningless at this point because there will literally be nothing available I can do. Even so, I'm on Chaos server, so not many people raid on Chaos. If you go on Light, there's way more juices, 100 not juices at any one time. But you'll usually still see some on Chaos, because especially for the easier stuff, this will be a blue mage thing. Yeah, there you go. This is probably, these will be various mount farms for various extremes. Or blue, there's a blue log one actually. Someone's doing a sync to something. That'll be an old one. These will be current, so these will be Extreme 6 most likely. This is... I don't know what this is. Some sort of raid. Probably a savage raid. Someone's setting up for a deep dungeon. That's probably the most current one. And this will be a field lock thing. Right, so let's take 2 minutes, and then we'll do that, and then that'll take us to Gridania. Okay, I'm back to it. So, Hall of the Forest, ready to hear about their job. This is our sister guild in Gridania. Ah, that's all I know. Great. Mother Mewin. I like Mother Mewin. This person. But this, more importantly, is what will allow us now to. I think Beauty's only skin deep in... I'll have to come back and do the esthetician later, I think, because I don't really want to do that right now. It's a distraction from what I'm trying to do, which is I need to go and do the gladiator quest, and I also need to... Why am I going here? Oh, I can take the airship, can't I? That'll save me Gil. You know, I should really take the airship more on my main character when I'm just going between cities. It's basically free. When do you get the golden saucer? Every time. I don't know what it is with this one today. Right, so you need it could happen to you. Which needs... Oh, it will be unlocked now. Cool. Maybe we'll unlock that later. Maybe we'll unlock that later. Yeah, we'll think about that. Anyway, the important part is to get the time-limited Valentine's event done, which finishes literally tomorrow at like 2 o'clock. Which means that we don't want to have to... Oh, actually, so the only time you interact over that side is when you first go through. That's interesting. Cool. You apparently can't get there any other time. Right, I don't want to... maybe being a little bit impolite, but I'm not going to go there yet. I'm going to go through... Oh yeah, while we're here, let's do the Aetherites first, so that I can actually get around the city. Right, so... Gridania is kind of a bit annoying, because you have a few that are way out the way, like the one down at the Archers Guild here. But it's a lovely city. I love Gridania. It's really relaxing and calm. The music's fantastic. I mean, the music's fantastic everywhere. So there's the first one. We're gonna go. Let's go to the Conjurers Guild and loop our way around, because we're gonna have to go to the bottoms anyway. So. One here, one here, one here, one here, and that is the achievement exchange, which is where we want to go to as well. It's probably easiest to go up there and then round, because we're going to be coming back here anyway. Even though it's only just there to cross the bridge, but we want to go up here and then here. Right. I don't know why they put this one all the way over there. It's a little bit bizarre choice, I guess. A strange choice, in my opinion, but yeah, okay. The Gridania, Limsa, and Uldar are generally the busiest cities, in sort of general, in very general terms. There's most of the hubs in other expansions are a bit quieter. Ishgard has some fun. Ishgard, you see people going around sometimes, but usually doing quests. Some people do hang out in Kugane. I like hanging out there myself. It's a nice place. Some of the other cities are very quiet because people just don't go. There's very rarely much reason to go back to them outside of an expansion, unless you're specifically just like hanging out there. Or for very specific purposes, or you're playing that part of the game. So, there we go. So this is the achievement guy, and you got a bunch of tokens. And how many have we got? We've got one. Okay. I can't remember what the exchange rate is. Is it like 100 points to one token or something? Or 50 points to one token? I don't know. But you see, you can get, like, there's a few little glamour armor pieces. You can get the ribbon for the head, see? That's nice. Or you can get a literal chocobo head. Or a goblin head. But more importantly, you can get glam items. So these are glasses. That is a emote. So it allows you the water. This allows you to get... I can't remember what the uniform is, but yeah. Then there's a bunch of minions. So minions you can use in Lord of Vermilion, the game. These are various mounts. You can sort of see they're kind of a little bit more expensive, but or barding. So barding for your chocobo. It's a behemoth mount. There's a couple more bardings. The Magitech Deathclaw is very funny. This is a housing item, and then there are some orchestrion rolls. So there's not a lot here, but you can get a couple of interesting mounts and some nice barding. The minions are really cool. Like you can get Nanamo as a minion. Get a little Warrior of Light. You can get Odin, classic Final Fantasy boss slash summon. You can get a leader minion, so that changes depending on what Grand Company you're in. It'll be a little Merwib or a little Canny Center or it'll be a little Rauban. Minion of Light. Yeah, a lot of this stuff, like, it's cute. I can't remember how many points... Oh. I can't remember how many points you gave for each one, but it's worth visiting occasionally, because it does get you some little rewards. It's more useful early on where it gives you a bit more variety of mounts and stuff. Or if you play like Lord of Vermilion, it'll get you some more minions. But it's not. I feel like they should add more stuff, because I've got literally like I think hundreds of tokens on the character, which I just can't use to buy anything because I've already got everything. Unless you want to buy, you know, dozens of extra portraits to put in your house, so that specific portrait, which I guess could be quite funny in itself. But the cap on a medium house is 300 items. You just buy 300 of these and line the walls with them. Right, let's go. So it should be just one more after this, if I've not messed up. If I've not messed up like too badly, this should be... Oh, don't fall off the edge. Oh, that wasn't it. I thought that was the edge down into that pit underneath the leather workers. Look how many people are here for the event. This is all people here for the Valentine's event. Do this. There we go. That'll be it. That's the full thing. So yeah. I now have access to the airship and gates from the Ethernet. Right, that's a little tour for you anyway. So this is kind of useful. This is where I normally come to get my mail. So there's a post mogul here, but there's also the Calamity Salvage or the Recompense Officer and Link Shell. So Link Shell distributors are required for making link shells, which basically allows you to make group chats with specific people. Calamity Salvage is used for retrieving stuff that you've lost, basically, or that you've dropped. So if you've unlocked specific gear and then got rid of it, it may turn up here. So if you've got, for example, Garo gear, that's a multiplayer thing, and you drop it, you dispose of it because you don't want to keep it in your inventory. It's taking up space, or it's keeping up space in your chest. You can just dispose of it, and then if you ever want it again, for a nominal skill fee, you can come and get it back. Is this the guy also who can change my... There's also really old, like, relevant stuff. So gender specific gear, if you have certain types of gear that is gender specific but which has been made, which is still gender specific, they've been removing that a lot so that you can use anything on anyone. But if you've got, like, you know, red summer halter top, whatever, this is a swimsuit thing, but that's male specific. So if you've got the female version, which is this little halter top, little swimsuit, and you change your character to male, or you picked up the wrong one, you can just exchange it here for the relative male one. It's a really nice little feature. That being said, they are moving away from having these in general. Look at that. They're moving away from this in general. They're trying to make things universal. So if you want to be a male character in a little two-piece swimsuit, you can do that. The other one is recompense. So if you have stuff that you've lost, other stuff that you've lost, especially from events, you can just get them back here. I wonder where... I could have sworn that... Because I've got these silver feathers. I could have sworn one of these guys lets you exchange them. This is like catch-up gear, basically, but like callback, well balanced. Oh, okay. So if you create a character on your preferred world, you get 10 feathers. That's what this is. But it's primarily for like catch-up gear. So is there anything worthwhile having? It's all just catch-up gear, isn't it? Okay, fine. I don't need any of this now. I'll just keep them. Maybe I'll use them much later because it works for deal and spoils. So it is this guy, but I didn't know which one. This one. Yeah, here we go. So silver exchange, but you can buy like high level gear with it. 5, well, high level weapons. This is a bit pointless in fairness, because actually when you hit this point you'll be getting the tomes that you need for it. Stream of the Faith. Oh, is this if you've bought these and then you lost them maybe? Maybe you get the thing. And then gold chocobo ones are special ones. You can get some really nice stuff for that, but you have to, that is like exclusively through the Recruit a Friend campaign. Which could be a bit of a pain, because you do explicitly have to, you get a gold feather, I think, for each person. You get 5 for the first recruit, and then 5 for each subsequent ones. But it can't just be someone's made an account. They need to actually explicitly subscribe, I think, in order to get them. It's also when they purchase subscribe purchase. Yeah, so you'll get like bonuses if you've subscribed as well, on someone else's invite and stuff like that, so it can be quite nice. But yeah, if you have an interest of doing it, you know, shoot me a message. I can give you a friend code and we can both get rewards for it. Anyway, Valentine's event, right? Let's do this before it gets things. So now we've hit level 28 actually, but now we've hit level 15 and Sastasha, and it's probably pirates. This means that I believe all future seasonal events will now be unlocked, and we can go and speak to Astrid and Emily here and do the Valentine's event. A Valentiones, actually called. So this is quite a fun little event. They put seasonals on: Halloween, Christmas, New Year, Lunar New Year, usually stuff like that, and Valentine's, obviously. There's also a thing called the Rising, which is sort of anniversary of the game, and there's like a summer event usually. There's semi-regular events that they have on. They also periodically do Mog's home events where if you do certain duties, you will get bonuses and exchange them for event things, which is going to be really fun, having multiple characters, having to grind all that out on fun. But okay. Astrid, emissary of love and ardor, the Valentiones celebration was way. We're afraid we are still praying for the main event of the day. Emily, aspiring emissary, the air of an adventurer. Dire need of assistance, and adventure might just be what we need. It's not too much of a position, can ask for your aid. Yeah, of course. Thank you, we've been hard at work getting everything ready, and we designed a fetching new outfit, and everything was perfectly in hand until we ran into a spot of bother. Allow me to explain. To celebrate, we're going to serve large cakes with one and all, however, everything grown to a minute last minute. Think of our plans and cakes half-baked. Ha ha! So the emissary's dispatch success will be retained shortly. So now we go and seasonal event accepted. This is a nice short thing, but it's actually got a proper duty in, which is part of the reason I want to show it. Which is part of the reason I want to show it. So there's a whole background story about... you can actually find it out by talking to this guy. May the flowers of love ever blossom in your heart. No more. So basically, there's a whole thing here about it, like explaining who each of them are, because there's a whole story going back literally like 10 years of this, of things developing and stuff like that. But the basic core of it is that every celebration, even though it's based on the real world one, has an in-world explanation, which I really like. It's not just like, oh, here's a Valentine's event. It's like, okay, here's a Valentine's event, but we actually have lore to back why they conveniently happen to have an event exactly the same as a real world one. So in this case, the reason why it's spelled Valentiones is it's named after a noble woman from Ishgard who had this pure and all-consuming love, having fought against the trappings of her noble family. So a tradition became established where they strive to emulate her passion and bravery and bestow love upon the object of their affections. So like it's really cool that I absolutely love it because they have a Halloween event that they call All Saints Wake, and they have the Valentine's event they call Valentiones. But they put so much like work into actually making it have a lore accurate reason for why that exists. It's great. Anyway, we wait here for another little cutscene. Bakery Bedlam in there. Pesky Mammoth should be creating confectionery. So Mammoth is a little autonomous thing. You won't see them yet, but you'll see them in here. Confections brimming with order and affection, but instead they insist on being a nuisance and obstruction. Too much for us to handle. Do you like the little heart-shaped palm on the Moogle? He was in a major feature of a previous one. I expected best have someone more skilled in the art of physical alterations. While Moogle emissary of love must be instrumental in celebrations of many Valentiones Day. A request for aid after hearing a plan for lavish deliveries of love. Many pause make light worse, so he collared, or he or she, I've actually never quite figured that out. Oh, the fellow Morgan flew with post haste. Can't remember if the prickle piece. So they're gonna make big cakes. That's the whole theme of this one, making giant cakes. Came to realization with the facility of baking large cakes, and they literally just bought a big manor and turned it into a massive patisserie. Of course they did, until they made bespoke mammoth patissiers from the Goldsmith Guild, and they went on a rampage. These are mammoths. Look, little fiends took us for cake thieves and barred off the kitchen in their frenzy. I have whistles to stop in emergencies, but upon us before my lungs could fill with puff. I fear the situation may be beyond my power. Even with the mammoths behaving so, we cannot recklessly destroy, because it's costing clockwork pieces, which means... Please, you're our only hope. Oh, little mockers, they're only hope. We dodged the manufacturer, malfunctioning mammoth decorate the cake and save the day. It'll be a piece of cake. There's often little like I do love the variation in tone. You can say it almost never matters, but it's fun. Accompany our brave French friends and provide what support we can. Simple as that then. Seasonal event instance unlocked. Here we go. We're gonna go make some cakes. The patissier. Patissier. Patisserie. Oh, I can't pronounce it. Patisserie. There we go. Speak to the patissier. Oh my god, my French. Patissier. Patisserie is a light party for 1 to 4 players with no restrictions. Yeah, so basically, this is dead simple. What we do is we register with this dude. I'm going to do it with a party because it's a lot harder if you do it solo. And basically, you pick up the things, the things you need, put them on the cake, and then do the next cake, and the next cake, and the next cake, all while dodging the mammoths. Nice and easy. You can't... You also get a little whistle to stop the mammoths. Ooh, it's making me nervous seeing them low like that. Oh, here we go. We're queued. 4 people. Now, when I did this before, I had someone disconnect midway, so there was only 3 of us, so we only got 4 of the 5 cakes. But that was pretty good still. And you only need to do 2, I think, or 3 to be able to buy everything in the shop. Gonna make me hungry looking at all this. I think I should have some Leibkuchen from Christmas. Leibkuchen from Christmas before downstairs. Alright, so... Hey, 2 Lalafell. Actually, 2 Lalafell tanks, wow. Nibbling will be punished. Realising the artistic vision of splendidly adorned cakes. I just realised I haven't got a sprint. Can we use sprint in this? Firing the ingredients from the shelves to the central cake stand. So I'm going left. I'm going to have to dodge these mammoths. There's actually a strategy for this. Which involves picking up all the mammoths on one job and running around the outside. I'm not seeing anyone. I mean, I've only done this duty once, but yeah, there is actually a high, quote-unquote, high-level strategy which involves just picking up all the mammoths. Oh, there we go. Right, that was terrifying, considering. Can I go? No, I'm gonna have to run through here, aren't I? Aim this way, aim this way. Yep, there we go. Right, I don't want to... So actually you can't use sprinting here, so putting it up there was pointless. Woohoo! Run away, run away, run away. Oh, don't get caught in it. Oh, not good. Don't get frozen. The general strategy here is for each person to take one part of the area. Someone must have stunned the ones that were after me. Oh, he's got that one. Rolling berries. Chocolate hearts. Needs 2 of those. Oh, Jesus. Stun those for him. I just saved you, bro. Oh no. And there's the first cake done. Second cake. Go, 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 go. We need cake. Pistachio. That was actually pretty good. We got that done in 2 minutes. If we can do that, we can get all 5. Actually, under 2 minutes. Baiting is really important. You don't want to bait it on top of the thing. Stun those. I don't want to deal with that. Please look away. Yeah, there we go. We need to pick up the pace. Pistachio frosting needs 4, so I'll just keep doing these, I guess. Yeah. It's going well. So I think it's the same number of ingredients for each cake. It's just in different amounts. So the first one was 4 of like 4 things. This is, some of them have 2. I need 1 more pistachio frosting. And I'm not going chased by a mammoth. We're nearly done in record time on this. We're probably going to be done this one in about 3 minutes 30. Where am I going? What are those? Heart cake toppers. Still needs 2 more of those. Wow. No, run, 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 run. Oh, there we go. That was close. Alright, we'll get that. 1 more. Oh, no, 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 no. There we go. Nuked them. Now they're gonna get even faster. Oh no. This dude's being chased by 3. Right, now we can go through. Oh no. Gotta be careful! There we go. Right, let's see. We need more cake toppers? Yeah, we need 2 more. Let's go over here. We actually might do all 5 here. This is going really well. We're halfway through, and we are more than halfway through this cake. Right, I need to go over the chocolate flowers. Yeah, let's do those. It's a really fun little duty, I'm not gonna lie. It's just a silly little thing. I really hope they bring it back next year. There's half the time gone, but we've nearly done 3 cakes. This is the only problem. When you get halfway done, or rather when you go to the 3rd cake, they start really speeding up. Lemon frosting. Get some more. We're gonna get all 5 here. This is going great. Oh, that is not what we need. Maybe I should do what I was doing before. Oh, it's over there. It's all the way over there. Sugar pads. There we go. Right. Okay. French berries. Oh, I can't go that way. Hang on. Okay. Please be careful. We've got like fully 4 minutes to get these last couple done. This is going really well. Berry frosting. How much do we need that for? Coordination's a bit off because normally what you want to do is you'd have like 1 in each area. Right, we need lemons next as well. You can't afford to get frozen too often. Oh, hang on. I want to bait them this way. Oh, no. Yeah, there we go. Now we can... See, the real trick is to bait them just such that... Oh, God. Bro, be careful. Oh. No, they ran off. Okay, what are we after? Some lemons? Lemon macarons. The last one, I think, is literally just 4 of anything. Jesus, be careful. Just stun it. Right, where are we going? Some lemons. 1 more. Run out, run out, run out. Whoa, bro! There we go. Now this, as I recall, is literally just grab anything and shove it in the cake. Literally anything. Literally anything. Any toppers, any garnishes, anything. Go and get some frosting, go get some toppers, just get them in there. Can we do this? 1 minute 30? Probably. You basically just want to beeline it between the nearest one and just throw it in. I'm gonna just keep grabbing these toppers from over here. There's the heart one. Basically the nearest two, whatever they may be. Oh, that's a problem. Oh no! We're doing okay though, the pace is going well. Come on, come on, come on, unfreeze us. Right, over there, over there, over there. I'm gonna start grabbing frosting because we only need one. Actually, let's do this. Everyone go grab frosting. Oh, damn. 30 seconds. Just grab any frosting and get it in there. Everyone grab one, shove it on the cake. Just get it on, quick, quick, quick. Yay! All 5! Great work. It's really fun, it's just a silly little thing. Magnifique. Huzzah. I only actually got 4 on my main, because one of our party disconnected. Oh, and you get 150. Of course I'm gonna commend the other Lalafell. But yeah, so you get 150 chocolates there that you use to exchange for stuff. Right, let's finish the actual event. Let's offer my thanks. Such charming confectionery. God knows what that last cake tastes like. Just shove everything in there. It's all sweet stuff. I'm sure it's nice. Oversee the production of each and every cake. Yeah, the secret to your success. Let no mamish go unpunished. Go. Important to make sure the mamish don't cause too many problems. Sage advice. I'll see to the transportation so you can get the cake served up. Can't help but wonder what drove them to madness. It couldn't be. Moogle magic. Ooh. The only other one who would have had the chance to cast this is the one he brought along, or they brought along. Mayhap knows something of this, so we must go and find him. Kupnakuko. Somewhere in Gridania. Would you follow me as intimidated? Have you seen me? I also can't fly like you can. But alright. Oh, look how cute she is. Couldn't intimidate anyone. Well, until she starts kicking you in the ankles. Additional cake decorating support. So, strolls of the water wheel, nearby Lancer's Guild to begin. And we can actually teleport there because we've unlocked it. Thank God for that. Let's go over there. It's just a short little story. That most of the The seasonals are just like 1 or 2 quests long, and you get nice little rewards for them. That's him! Right, confront him. I can imagine now. Dozens and dozens of cakes. The months will be hard at work, everything according to my master plan. Oh no. Neither man nor mug raising the poor. The commotion has been greater than expected, but showed nothing but boisterous enthusiasm. I believe we found the mog to blame. Come, together we shall deliver justice. Come quietly or I'll pull off your palm. Who in the name of good King Mogol Mog the 12th may his magnificence remain unsummoned in his sovereign splendour at you? With such murderous intent? Oh no. What have you done? The very maker of the mischief. Of course he is. But whatever could he have hoped to achieve by causing the malfunction? Oops. So mistakes were made. And this guy decided to try to help by giving them the magic to be able to make the cakes entirely by themselves. And it didn't work. Unfortunately, he can't just undo it. Exploded mammoths. Far too dangerous to mammoths, more importantly, the cake. Can't blow up the cake. Aww. Why didn't you think to ask anyone else? Just wanted to help. Yeah. Most of the seasonal ones don't really have a true antagonist, to be honest. It's mostly like well-meaning or bringing around vaguely evildoers and stuff like this. The Rising event, the yearly Rising, is a bit more nostalgic and sort of reflectional, but I wanted to give everyone as much cake as their hearts. Mostly they're just funny little silly storylines. The main story is like gets heavy, and dramatic and tragic, but any ideas you have, bring to me, especially if they're about cake. You must always see the task through for the intended recipient with love. Even though I'm not an emissary. As long as one puts their heart in it, anyone can spread it. Thanks to her, the Valentine's Day. Valentiones Day. Go ahead, and we can go and have some cake ourselves. Let's go have some cake. They give you a massive cake for this as well, actually. I've got a bit of a problem because I haven't unlocked retainers yet, so I've got nowhere to store the shit I'm going to get from this, but it'll... To be fair, my inventory has basically nothing in it at the moment, so it can actually just sit in my inventory until such time as... Which is not too far off. I think it's in a few quests I unlock retainers. And then I'll be able to just dump them on a retainer. Although, at the moment, I'll only be able to make a gladiator retainer. I only need one for now, to be fair, so maybe that's okay. So one thing that is kind of... It's a bit of a shame here, because you won't see it here. But once you... you'll see characters. So this lady here is the head of the Goldsmiths Guild. And you've got the Postmogul, which I've actually still not done the Postmogul quest even on my main. There's a whole quest line. But like... When you get further in the game, these events will start to fill up as well with like characters from later expansions. So if you've completed Stormblood, for example, there's a couple of characters from Stormblood here. And if you've completed a specific questline called Sorrow of Werlit, characters from that will stand here. And Sorrow of Werlit's brilliant. We will be doing that as and when we reach it. What's a palaver? Look at that. They look really nice. It makes me want some cake. Bet this tastes fabulous, like with chocolate and strawberry or something. I'm assuming the hearts are probably chocolate. This is like white chocolate and strawberry or something. Maybe want cake now. Right, anyway, do the last cutscene and finish the event, and then go and trade in these chocolates. Oh, I accidentally skipped over. As you can see, today's main event is well underway. Cake's been served for 1-0. Once again, ask me thank you for your assistance. The confectionery you contributors are here and pride of place. So this is the first one you make, so obviously, in order to complete the duty, you've done this. So that's why it doesn't show any of the others. Thanks to your advice, the adventurers undertook the request to decorate them were wildly successful. My advice, which was blast the mammoths in the face with the whistle. The Moogle one looks really hot. Okay, now. Light and fluffy texture, it's divine. Everyone seems to be having fun. Is that what being an emissary is? Seeing people bask in these warm feelings. Might even be worth doing the hard work myself. It's ardor and affection, the essence of love. Looks like everyone's having a good time. Oh, your help, you made it this far. The music's wonderful, like, thanks to your... The music in the entire game is just absolutely fantastic. Like, there's such a variety of themes, of tones, of styles. To have lots of different... I mean, Final Fantasy's always had good music, let's be honest. I think we were this close to everything falling apart the final step. I couldn't bear the thought after all the hard work I should have put in to make this happen. Not so long ago, I came to realize that sharing food and sharing romance is another form of love. Gifting of chocolate, a traditional part of me hopes that what created today may become a new tradition. Well, it's probably a bit much for what this is. This looks amazing. I want some cake. Sharing ardour and affection with loved ones and filling their hearts and concerns. My most heartfelt wish that people across the realm are blessed with amazing opportunities. And so, Mocha, with you feeling plans eventually catch you once more, should we wake up additional cakes? That's just a hint that you can go in as many times as you want. You only need to do it once, but our celebration is just getting started. I must insist that you have some as well before you go rushing back. I'll get you a slice. I'll put the tea on. Tea time, tea and cake. Why don't you sit with us for a while? She looked. I love this cat. I'm very happy with the character design. She's cute. There we go, and we get a giant Roland Berry Valentiones cake. I have nowhere to put it because I don't have a house or an apartment. I will need to hang on. The Siri instance. Okay. Yeah, this is where we can exchange. But I need an apartment or something. I need transfer some gil and buy an apartment to put the stuff in. Right, so there's the giant cake. Let's put those items down here. And let's very quickly go and exchange for stuff. This is what I was here for. This is all going to go into my glamour dresser, to be fair, but actually it's going to go into my armory because I think armoire because I think it's oh no, what? I need to do that because it is all. One thing that is nice is that a lot of seasonal stuff can just go into your armoire. So the glamour dresser can only take a certain number of items, but the armoire can only take certain items, but an unlimited number of items functionally. So, gotta buy everything. Maybe I'll buy a little. I am gonna buy these. I actually really like the rug, to be fair. I'm going to buy everything here because they are limited, but I'm not going to have anywhere I can put them at the moment. I'll buy 4 chairs. And I guess I'll spend the rest of my things on the hearts. So these things are little... these miscellany things allow you to do little effects above your head, which is quite nice. Right, so I can get 35 of these, which gives me 70 of them. and then 35 of these, which gives me... Normally you can buy these with gil as well. So I've got all of those, I've got all of those, I've got 4 of them, I've got 1 of each of them, and I've got that. Right, that's filled up my inventory with lots of stuff, so let's move all these down here. So these are all housing items. I'll buy an apartment to put them in. But for now they can just sit down here. This is a little thing, that's another little thing. Maybe I should show you those. They're limited, so I'll keep hold of those and show you with ones I can buy elsewhere. These are all here. These you use, and they give you musical rolls in your orchestrion. Where is it? Is it? There we go, orchestrion list. So as you complete duties, you can get dropped rolls, and that will give you extra musical pieces in here, basically. These will all go in my chest. But, importantly, the reason I wanted this is so you can see this. There you go. Display headgear. Put the little hat on. And chest, and the little skirt. And the little shoes. Look how cute that is! Can't really hide the gloves, unfortunately. But look at that! That's great! I love the it's a really cute outfit this year for Valentine's, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, that is that was the most urgent thing. I have some raiding to do now, so I'm going to probably call it there for now. However, importantly, we have actually made quite a bit of progress here. Oh, let's move to the choker keep here so we can use choker balls from here. Oh, there we go. And we'll go dump these into the armoire, and then we will leave it there for now. Maybe I'll play a little bit more later. Maybe I won't. I've been playing an awful lot this weekend and streaming it. But we'll, at least for now, we'll call it there. I have got a few things to do. Maybe if I haven't been too pop another little stream on, make do a few more quests, and we'll continue. As you can see, even locked in on like, oh, okay, this is main story and job quest and, you know, critical unlocks and the time limited Valentine's event. We're still like, I don't know how many hours into this now. Like, what was it? I mean, a quick 4 hours first stream, 2:45 the second. That little intermission one before it crashed was another 15. This is nearly an hour and a half. So 8.5 hours in at this point. Okay, some of that was watching the opening trailer and then 40 minutes and things. So of course 7.5 hours. Yeah, it's a long game. But yeah, we'll call it there. And later perhaps later we'll do a little bit more. But for now, I'll see you next time.